A pleasant day, everyone. I'm Rian Joy E. Eren, and today I will tackle about non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling is a type of sampling technique where the selection of the participants are not based on random selection. This means not everyone in the participants has an equal chance of being selected in the sample. For example, out of 31 students from 11 Descartes, only 10 students with poor eyesight were picked by the teachers. So, therefore, not all the students from 11 Descartes has a chance of being picked. That's all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something about non-probability sampling.
Good day, everyone. Today we will be discussing a crucial sampling method in statistics and probability called stratified sampling. This method ensures that every subgroup of a population is properly represented, making our data more reliable and accurate. Now, what is stratified sampling? Stratified sampling is a probability sampling method where a population is divided into distinct subgroups called strata. Based on shared characteristics, a sample is then taken from each stratum, ensuring proportional representation in the overall study. And now, I will be giving you an example of a stratified sampling for you to truly understand what is stratified sampling. For instance, if you want to survey student preference in a school, we can divide the population into strata based on grade level, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, and so on. And then select a sample from each grade.
Simple random sampling is a statistical method where each member of a population has an equal or independent chance of being selected for the sample. This ensures that the selection process is unbiased and random. There are two methods of conducting simple random sampling: the lottery method and the random number generation. For the lottery method, it writes the name or identifies of all individuals in the population on slips of paper, mix them, and draw slips at random. For example, drawing names of students from a hat to form a group. For the random number generator, it assigned a number to each individual of the population and used random number generator to pick members or numbers. For example, using a software like Excel or a random number app to select participants from a list.
Good afternoon, I'm Angel de la Cruz, explaining systematic sampling. So, systematic sampling is a type of probability sampling method where you select every KDH item from a population list. To begin, you randomly choose a starting point from the list, then select every KDH individual or item after that.
Cluster sampling is a probability sampling method in which you divide the population into clusters, such as a district or school, and then randomly selected some of these clusters as your sample.
Probability sampling is a statistical sampling technique in which every member of a population has a known and non-zero probability of being selected. This method uses randomization to ensure that the sample is representative to the entire population, reducing bias and enabling generalization of results.
Volunteer sampling is a non-probability sampling method where participants self-select to be part of study, often by responding to advertisement or request for volunteer.
Snowball sampling is a non-probability sampling technique used in research, particularly When the population is hard to access or hidden, in this method, initial participants, or referred as seeds, are selected, and this participant then referred or recruit other participants from the network. This process continues creating a snowball effect as more and more participants are included in the sample. For example, imagine you are conducting a study on individuals who are involved in a specific online community that is not easily found through general survey. You might start by identifying a few members or seeds and asking them to recommend others in the community to participate in the study. This new participation then refers others and the process continues gradually building a sample of individuals from that community. Snowball sampling is useful when you have no clear list of the population but can leverage the network of initial participants to identify and recruit others. However, since the sample is not random, it can lead to bias, as people may refer others similar to themselves, which may not be representative of the entire population.
Good day, everyone. Today, we will discuss what is convenience sampling. Convenience sampling is a type of non-probability sampling method wherein researchers select participants based on their availability, ease of access, or proximity instead of using random or systematic selection. Researchers choose individuals who are convenient to reach, making it a quick and good and cost-effective option. Since there is no requirement to ensure our population members have an equal chance of being selected, the sample may not represent the entire population accurately, leading to the base result. Often used for pilot student or exploratory research to gather initial insights. For example, a school wants to conduct a survey about the satisfaction level of students regarding school facilities. Instead of random selected students from the entire school, the researcher may use survey students present in the library or cafeteria as they are easy to approach. And for another example, customer feedback in the mall. A market team wants to gather opinions on the newly launched product. They set up a kiosk in a shopping mall and collected feedback from people passing by. This is a convenient sample because they are only serving people who are available at the location. When it comes to use convenient sampling, there's the time and budget are limited for preliminary data gathering or pilot students. In situations where a representative sample is not a priority, when conducting surveys in localized settings like school, malls, or events. When it comes in limitation, there's a result may not represent a broader population. Participants may share common characteristics leading to skewed results. Since it's a non-random, the data may lack scientific